Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at Puffin Forest Curse of Strahd replay. This is episode 8, A Puzzling Problem. And yes, I am using the excuse to use the funny voice because I have a feeling it's Curse of Strahd. You know at this point. It's all, I'd say downhill, but that would be implying it's not a giant roller coaster down to the bottom. It's not really a hill as it is a really steep drop that may or may not flip upside down. As opposed to the Dingo Doodles campaign, which is a rocket-powered jetpack that you know will explode, but you're not sure when. Will the ground get you first, or will the jetpack? Spoiler, both. Also, I just played my first official game of D&D recently, on Halloween, and it was Curse of Strahd, the Death House. Yeah. Our party got wiped by the final boss as our third encounter. Because somehow somebody just had to roll a natural 20 on finding the final boss's room, and yep. In my defense, I was rolling 1s and 2s up until I decided to do a perception check and got the nat 20. In the exact right place to find the boss room. Immediately. And we all died. Horribly. Yeah. So I have a little empathy with Puffin on this one because he's been in this hellhole a lot longer than I was, and I died immediately. So did he, but technically we're going to ignore that. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up because it's Puffin, and he's suffering enough for us on all this Strahd stuff. So just make sure to leave a like. And if you can, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on this channel too. At the time of recording this, we're freaking close to 50,000. I might be freaking out a bit because holy shit, we're actually about to hit 50,000. I might be excited. The excitement is tempered by knowing that I'm going to have more of my sanity drained by Strahd. Yeah. Let's get started.
In our last D&D Curse of Strahd game, Strahd von Zarovich was at home in his castle Ravenloft, enjoying a lovely meal, when suddenly his doorway gets broken down. There's a burst of sunlight from outside. Who's there? No, yes. Garo, the hero of the people, rushes over to Strahd.
I don't remember it that way.
Off the table, which upsets him, and Garo knocks him to the ground and starts punching him in the face. Strahd starts whining. Please, get off of me. I'm so sorry I did all of those mean things to you.
He's projecting
Garo
a bit,
says,
isn't he?
Strahd von Zarovich, more like Strahd von Little Bitch. Garo's
No. And I'm not just saying that because I might be jealous that you thought of that first and I haven't used it myself, and I'm definitely not mad about that. But no, that was a bad pun, and you should feel bad for having made it.
Stands on top of him. Yeah, that's right. That's what you get.
For killing your destined companion.
Flexing his meaty muscles. And then Garo wakes up. Ugh.
Sounds about right.
In the story so far, the group fought Strahd von Zarovich in the Abbey of St. Markovia, and won. For a short while, until we realized that was just a simulacrum.
And then he crushed you.
When the real Strahd shows up, he just straight up murders Esmeralda in front of us and carries her away. We know that the next time we encounter Esmeralda, she's going to be a vampire and we're going to have to kill her. So
yeah.
That's a problem we're going to have to deal with another time.
How does that work out with a fated ally?
We flee from Krusk and meet up with Ismark and Irina afterwards. Everyone in the group is heartbroken about what happened to our friend. We spent the night in Kazan's tower. The next morning, after a long rest,
they went back to the tower.
We talked about Vasily, who we discovered to be Strahd in disguise. We went back over all the times we talked to him and realized that a lot of the things we discussed were lies or setups. Krusk thought back with his arms folded.
You know, earlier we
that's
rescued
Krusk without the
Vasily
armor.
from the wolves.
Huh.
Those wolves were under his control.
Boschak said,
So he wasn't in any danger. It was all a show.
Yep.
Garo thought, he showed us around town, even going into the church of St. Andrel. I thought the grounds were supposed to be sacred.
Nope. They were missing the bones.
Boschak remembered.
The bones had been removed before then, so he could walk in fine.
Gouda thought out loud.
Wait a second, after Fiona took over Valaki, Rahadin paid Vasily, who's in charge now of the treasury. Wasn't that just Strahd paying himself?
Yep.
That little piece of fucking
He's just
shit.
toying with everyone. Kind of respect him more for that.
I just wanted to point out that I was the one who found out that Vasily was Strahd.
Okay.
You really want that
you already
win.
Did. Several times.
I was the one who managed to figure it out, and you guys would be dead because of me.
You
To be
could say it was
fair.
kind of a group effort there.
He already kind of died a few
It was
times,
not
too.
a group effort. I did it.
hair.
It was all me. I'm simply more clever than all of you.
But as we talked amongst themselves, there was something else that was bothering me. Why didn't Strahd take Irina earlier? He knew where she was.
Yeah,
the
why
whole
didn't he?
time.
Considering he was literally
we now
right
know
there.
That since day one, he knew Irina was part of the party. He even
Yeah.
saw her several times and said
He
hello
really
when
likes
we were
screwing
at the
with
Blue
them.
Water Inn.
Like, is it some kind
And
of
even
weird
in the
thing where
fight,
she has to
he
be
might have
brought
been
to
able
him?
to hunt her down. Was it because we were his target this whole time? Or maybe he's after something else in mind.
Entertainment?
I remember that he's gone through the same scenario over and over again from multiple reincarnations of Irina, losing and losing and losing. Maybe he thinks he's not going to do the direct route. It's like we've been playing this game against him this whole time and thinking he was just dead set on trying to capture Irina, but then he makes that move. And now,
Yeah, he's been aware of it the
I
entire
don't
time.
know.
Bled her a
Although,
few.
maybe I was just overthinking things. I shelved those thoughts for now. Krusk had been mulling over something before finally coming to a decision.
Originally I rejected getting more powerful, but chances are people will die if I can't get strong enough.
Oh, he's actually going to
Are
take
you
up the
gonna
cursey
pray
thing.
for powers?
Krusk nodded.
Yes.
What's he gonna look
I'm
like after he
starting to
takes on some
realize
kind of
that
transformation?
I need more power. If I'm going to be able to defeat Strahd and his minions, I cannot do it alone.
So
What?
Krusk prays, asking the universe for powers. Answering his call, the orc spirit Bogtrue grants him additional powers like
The
Orcish
orc,
Fury.
really? Oh, yeah, he was
This
half
gift changes him, and his orc features become more pronounced. Yeah, now everyone's powered up. After that, I went to talk to Boschak and
Wee
ask him a
orc.
question that had been bothering me. I appreciate your help, Boschak, but why have you been traveling with us?
Boredom.
I mean, you're chaotic evil, and we're good, kind of.
Mm.
I think we're good. We did kill a lot of people in the rebellion, so I don't know. Maybe we're the same alignment.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. Boschak's evil. He's completely self-interested evil. And he's probably done less fucked up things than the rest of them. Yeah. That's kind of fucked up in its own right. Curse of Strahd, as what I'm learning is, hey, everything sucks. And it's going to get worse. Seriously, if I wasn't aware this actually was done by multiple people because it's such a long-running, expansive setting, I'd be terrified of the person who thought of this because this is kind of fucked up, man.
Boschak responded,
I follow power.
but what's your M.O.? Like, what are you after?
My journey is a quest of vengeance. A green dragon destroyed my village and ate my arm. I must hunt the dragon down and slay it. But for that, I need power. I understand how tribes work. If I kill for you, you'll kill for me. If I'm going to defeat that dragon, I need to kill Strahd and escape.
Wouldn't it just be easier to work with Strahd? He's evil, you're evil.
Working with this group is straightforward. Good characters, I get. Why would I work with an evil villain? He's just going to betray me at the first chance he gets. Besides, it's more of an ego thing. He thinks he's better than everyone else and has remained in power for centuries. Strahd's terrible. He's like Boschak, but if Boschak had more power, ugh. I want to knock him down a few pegs.
Did he just talk about himself in the third person? He's basically like himself, but oh god. Oh, I love this. It's easier to manipulate the easy people because they're good. So they're obviously easily manipulated. But also just... I'm making all these jokes and laughing my ass off. And then there's just a reading in the corner in the screen. It's like, oh yeah, Irina. She looks like she might be in a bit of pain. Oh God. Kind of wondering why Gouda isn't in the screen, but oh well.
Boschak always holds on to his grudges. Also, didn't think Boschak would live this far.
What?
What do you mean?
Before the campaign started, I was like, I've never played an evil guy. Okay, I'll play a chaotic evil character for a session or two, then he'll die, and then I'll switch to a new guy. But he didn't.
Oh, that's perfect. He broke character to talk about his character. Because he's playing chaotic evil. And he's having the exact same issue Puffin is. Their characters just won't die and stay dead. Although in Puffin's case, it's actually because he was literally brought back to life and not killed a few times he thought he was. Where Boschak has actually come through pretty well. Oh my god, I love this.
So it got kind of awkward at a certain point, and I decided he'd stick around. Really didn't originally want to play an evil character. Don't normally play evil characters for a full campaign. I didn't expect him to live this far.
Well, that's what you get for not being reckless. You could learn a thing or two from me.
You survived
Look over
too.
to our gnome sorcerer. And what about you, Gouda? What's your backstory?
I'm from a family of gnomes that run a family restaurant. Gnome place like home. I'm just going to explore the flavors around the world and eventually get back to my family. Oh, I miss everyone so much.
Yeah, they're not going to recognize
Mama
you.
Gouda luck, Daddy Gouda grief, little baby Gouda Anu, the twins, Gouda Morgan and Gouda Knight, and Angie so far so Gouda.
God damn it. I'm not laughing at this. I'm not laughing at this. I'm not laughing at this. Oh, fuck. I'm actually laughing at that. It's a stupid cheese name pun. Why? Why, Puffin? Why are you making me laugh at something so stupid? I don't like this because I like it and I don't get that. Stop the funny. I'm not supposed to laugh at a Curse of Strahd anything. Oh, God. It's a Gouda time. Oh, God, now I'm doing it. I do puns already, but this is worse than even mine.
I don't feel so bad anymore that you can't see them. As for Garo, in his backstory, he used to work as a cleric at a temple for Torm, learning the ways and studying their beliefs. Eventually, when he became older, he realized, sad to say, but this whole cleric business just isn't for me. I have really high dexterity, so my skills are much better suited for the rogue life, like robbing people, burglary, and hey, I could even be a pirate. So he journeyed out, going to the mountains, and found his calling as a monk. Karate chopping people in the face, get some. But after his time there, eventually it came time to leave, speaking with the elders. I actually don't think this place is for me. Really, I want to study being a cleric again, 'cause, man, second level clerics, whoa, they get this thing where they can shoot this AoE radiant energy blast. It just like blows people's faces off. And then they can do it like once per short rest.
God.
It's really cool. So he journeyed back down the valley and returned to his old cleric temple. But after some time, he found the arts lacking. I think it's time for me to move on. I really want to go back to being a monk because they have that bonus move speed. It's really cool. And also, I want to start using ki. So I think I'm going to go back to being a monk. So he journeyed again back up to the monastery again to train as a monk. Eventually, he had been up on the mountain for years, but the temple had a problem. The monastery was dying. The place was secluded and away from the world.
Seriously, Puffin, what is with you and creating these massively elaborate backstories that involve getting thrown out, or in this case, positively just leaving, to get multi-class in there? I'm like, literally, dude, it's like one thing, okay, you went on, you moved. Okay, but then you went back, but then you went back to the other one, and I'm guessing, what, you went back a third time at this point? I'm fully expecting you to actually have said, oh yeah, then I spent a week as a pirate, just to throw that in there at this point. It's like mini absurd all over again. And yes, I am doing this entire little reference right now just to say absurd a few times because I love saying that word. It's a fun name and I'm not regretting it.
Keeping to itself. But over time, the elders started dying off, with no one there to replace them. So
Like,
Garo thought, it
of
just
old
doesn't make
age,
any
or-
sense to be out here up in this mountain for the rest of our lives.
We got a mountain to yourself.
I'm
That
gonna
sounds
go out into the
awesome.
world and see if I can make disciples. Spread the teachings out. His plan got sidetracked when he came to Barovia.
The Holy
Now his
Fist?
mission priorities are 1,
Actually,
save
that'd
the
be a really
people
cool
of Barovia
disciple,
from
yeah.
Strahd, and 2, uphold his promise to Harkotha, the Thanes that had restored his life, and reclaim Barovia to being the wild wilderness from the past. Garo told them, I think once this is all done, I have a spell called Plant Growth, which takes 8 hours to cast and causes plants to grow in a mild radius. I think I'm going to walk all up and down Barovia, casting that spell to restore the plant life.
Would it work?
It'd be pretty tragic if I were to die right now, because that'd be pretty sad, right?
No.
But we're the main
Not
characters.
really.
We can't die.
Yeah. You're not allowed.
I then looked to Krusk. What about you? What's your backstory?
I am here to slay evil.
Yeah, that sounds on brand. After that backstory time,
Yes, his
we
brother, I
discussed
think,
what
is
to
the one
do
playing
now.
him, and he's always
Where are we
straightforward.
going to go now? The way I see it, we got 2 problems on the table. 1, we need to find the Mad Mage in Svalich Woods. In the story, he fought Strahd a year ago and fell off the bridge into the river and was
Oh.
never seen again.
He
If we
survived.
find him, we might be able to get some clues on who Strahd is and how to defeat him. He seems like a potential ally. Then, 2, the Baroness got kidnapped and
giant
dragged
problem
off
you can
into
throw
the
in the right
woods.
direction.
We thought about it and decided, we gotta go after those wolves. If we don't do anything, they could get killed. Well, the Mad Mage hasn't been seen in months,
How much
so
control
he's probably
does
safe
Strahd
wherever
have
he is.
over wolf or shapeshifters?
The other day, there was also a fight between Kirill and Emil, 2 alphas.
Yeah, which they
Kirill
kind of then
worked
ran
for
from.
Strahd and had taken over the wolf pack.
Ignore your ally.
Emil was the old alpha that had gotten captured and we had busted out of prison. We'd promised him to help him kill Kirill. Then they went running off into the forest during the fight, and now we have no idea where they are. Although earlier we had found a caravan with a group of murdered people that had been killed by werewolves. Many of them had gotten dragged away. At the time, we couldn't do anything, but
And
now
it wasn't even the right
we
choice,
can,
too.
without knowing where Emil or Kirill were. This was our only other breadcrumb right now. The group follows the trail of
personally, I just
captured
say randomly
civilians
light
to a
things on
wolf
fire.
den. The mouth of
Why
the
not?
cave is
I mean,
in the
it
shape
couldn't
of
get
an
much
open
worse.
wolf's mouth. We
Ignore
send
the
in
fact that they
Boschak's invisible familiar to scout it out. In the cave were the werewolves we expected,
Wait. He has an invisible familiar? Damn, that seems very useful.
and wolf pets. Farther in the prison area were children trapped in cages, and an imprisoned woman we recognized as the Baroness.
Oh.
It looked like they killed all the adults and captured the younger ones, except for the Baroness of Krusk, who was older. She might be for negotiating, or as a diplomatic tool. All right, you guys want to try and talk it out?
So, the thing I've been wondering about Krusk, how come he was so not green in the last one? Am I the only one noticing that? Just throwing it out there. Yeah. Kind of didn't recognize him at first because he looks so not half orky. I recognize him now. I was like, that was Krusk, right? Like, was there a third character in there I didn't recognize? Just wondering.
And go diplomatic route? Or murder?
Murder!
Gouda said,
No, violence doesn't solve
What?
anything.
Yes, it does.
Boschak's like,
It does in Barovia.
Krusk
Yeah.
said, they're kidnapping
Oh,
kids?
solve is also
I
kind
don't
of a
see
stretch,
any
too.
good reason why they would do that, and not be evil bastards.
Garo thought, we've already seen the hags capturing kids. What are the odds that we're going to go in there and fight, and it's going to be like, we're keeping these kids safe in these nice, comfortable warming cages. Or maybe they're going to turn them or even eat them. Boschak said,
Caged kids are basically like boxed lunches.
I sighed.
Oddly
"I don't
specific
want any
reference
more
there."
Dead kids. The troop ran up to the mouth of the cave and started attacking, taking out several of the guards.
Ah.
The werewolves yell, "Intruders! We're being attacked!"
Get the kids out of here.
They shout, grabbing the
I
children.
want them to
and
actually
moving
be
them.
good
Save
werewolves.
the children.
Garo was a little confused. Wait, what? An elderly werewolf runs up to us and starts fighting by himself. "Get back, you fiends!" Swinging his cane. "Save the youngins! I'll hold them off!"
Oh my god, they're actually good. Oh my god, I thought it'd be hilarious if that happened because there's no way that can happen. And then that happened. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I mean, it's horrible, but it's beautiful.
He's acting very self-sacrificially, kind of like a good aligned character would.
Yeah.
Are we the bad guys here?
Yeah.
Cowering in the corner is several werewolf pups. We eventually talk to a woman, Zuleika, who informs us, "Yes, Kirill has been forcing us to capture children and turning them to grow the pack, but we don't want to." Great. We start winning the first fight in a while, and they turn out to be the good guys.
Yep.
Zuleika informs us,
These evil ones are
Kirill's
probably
taken
way
over the
stronger.
pack since my husband, Emil, died months ago.
Gouda piped up,
Oh, we saw Emil yesterday. He's fine.
Zuleika becomes angry, snarling,
Then Kirill lied about it. He said that
Yeah.
they fought honorably and that Kirill won, fair and square. But
Do you really think he's honorable,
I
really?
knew it couldn't be true.
Gouda
Why?
turned to the group and whispered,
Okay, everyone. Big smiles come out now. We got new friends to make.
Boschak snarls, his lips curling up into a sinister grin. We eventually convince them to
Yeah,
come over
it's
to
kind
our
of like my
side.
wife when she has her
They
"I'm gonna
realize that
murder
they
you"
can't
smile.
follow Kirill's
I've
orders
seen it.
anymore.
It's actually terrifying.
We wait out here at the cave, and it's not long before Kirill returns. The pack was split. Some were loyal to Emil,
when she's
while
in
others were
distance.
loyal to Kirill. Once Kirill and his group start losing, they turn tail and flee, running off into the woods.
Oh, that was fast.
Boschak looks over to me, noticing that Garo was bitten.
Are you cursed?
I say, I don't think so. I feel fine. Gouda says,
If I throw a stick, does Garo chase it?
Gouda, that's not how... As she says that, I'm mesmerized as the stick goes sailing off. I chase after it, on all fours, trying to tug it away from the other wolves. No.
Why is this such a funny episode? I mean, just... He got squirrel momented by a stick. And it's doubly funny because dog. He's not a wolf. He's never going to be a wolf. Definitely a dog.
Give it to me. That's mine. That's my stick. Boschak cast remove curse on me. I'm fine now.
Oh.
Zuleika said,
Thank you for helping us, but he'll return later. If he's working for Strahd, he might have more powerful allies soon. But
Probably
we
should
don't
go
have
hunt him
anywhere
down,
to go.
murder him.
This is our home.
Solve it with violence.
all right.
Maybe fire.
I say, you guys can come with us.
More
we'll
fire.
keep you safe
Oh, the fire.
for now, but it's going to be dangerous. This is just until we can find a new hideout for you guys. After busting her out of prison, we also spoke to the Baroness. The Baroness said,
Oh, thank you so much for saving me. I thought I was a goner in the hands of these mongrels.
she looks over to Zuleika. What did you call us? Zuleika growled at her. Now.
Yeah, maybe you should just let her die. She
Friends
sounds evil.
here. Also, since I got a
It's
chance
not
to
just
talk
the
to her,
voice.
I bring up, by the way, you're the Baroness of Krusk. We have to talk to you about the Abbey.
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
Oh, the Abbey.
She said,
Oh, it tends to be pretty quiet up there. I've spoken to the abbot on occasion. He's a very lovely man.
He actually doesn't seem that bad.
oh, so you don't know about the, experiments? The Baroness was genuinely surprised.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
We tell her about the Abbey of St. Markovia and the experiments the abbot is doing and the mongrel folk up there.
Oh, that's terrible.
She said,
My husband and I had no idea. If only we'd known.
You would have
Don't
done nothing.
worry.
You sound like
when
an
I
asshole.
get back to Krusk, I'll speak with my husband about it, and we'll do something about that.
as we
More
take
just
a short
corrupt,
rest for an
usual
hour, Gouda is
Incompetent
like,
than anything else,
I'm
but
going to take an hour to regale
do.
her about our
Barovia
adventures in
standards, that's
Barovia,
upstanding.
skipping out all the bad stuff and any fights we lost.
the DM asked, okay, sure, but what are you going to do with the other 59 minutes, though? You know, DM, this is partially your fault as well.
What?
After we fought Kirill, we left for Krusk and returned the children and the Baroness. Now we had a pack of werewolves following us. They needed a new home. Since they were coming with us, we were now quite a large traveling group. A pack of werewolves, Irina, Ismark, and the four of us.
How about
Leaving
the
road
tower?
from Krusk, we traveled north to Svalich Woods.
Ooh.
Our next order of business was chasing down the Mad Mage. We knew Van Richten, who had been disguised as Rictavio, was tracking him down as well. As we searched from Kazan's tower, his old hideout, we eventually found the tracks of his cart and followed them farther north, deeper into the forest. The tracks eventually meet up with a carnival wagon, out next to a set of ruins. The DM
Carnival?
asked us, do you guys want to explore his cart? Nope! The last cart we had opened was loaded with explosives. Not touching that shit.
Why?
I noticed at the ruins there's
Okay, one, was that one of the things that Puffin missed and he just mentioned offhand that, oh yeah, I missed some sessions, but they were there and that was a thing? Because, if not, how the hell did I forget they got an entire cart of explosives? More importantly, why wouldn't they take that? That's an entire cart of explosives. It would solve so many problems. Like, hey, you see this enemy? I don't want to anymore. Problem solved. Legitimately, if I could find a good way to find some way, any good way, but some way, to convince a DM to just let me start with random things of dynamite. One, why would they ever do that? Two, I would take it, and I would learn the prestidigitation skill just to light the wick every time. It's like, hey, catch. Oh, it did 1d1 of damage. Oh, and then it blows up and they're dead. Yeah, I would take that, and I would feel no shame at all. Wonder if I can make dynamite with an alchemist skill.
There's a strange glow as we pass through the goes into a circular atrium. There's a massive set of double doors across the way, which has 12 key slots. Along the walls are 8 other doors. Gouda
And
opens
this is
up
the
one
puzzle
door
the title
random
has.
and enters. Inside, she hears a voice say,
OTTFFSS.
What?
What comes next?
Well, what do you mean, silly? How am I supposed to figure that out? Ow!
she gets stung by psychic damage. It seems like that answer was wrong. It says again,
OTTFFSS. S. What
Oh?
comes next?
If it's a repeating pattern, wouldn't it be O?
Gouda's little brain starts working.
Well, it seems like it goes alphabetically. So after S, that's, E?
The DM gives her a blank stare. A tablet materializes in front of Gouda, one of the puzzle pieces with the letter O on it. It seems like Gouda's answer was right. By accident.
What?
I asked, wait, but what's the answer, though?
E.
Garo is still thinking about it. OTTFFSSEE? We eventually realize that each room contains a puzzle. If we succeed the puzzle, we get a key. Once we have all of them, we could use the keys on the main double doors to unlock it. Krusk opened the door to the next room.
What? I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on the letter pattern. Also, maybe stuck a bit on smug Gouda. That's actually adorable, and I kind of like it. Cute little abomination against nature. But seriously, I don't... What... Maybe if I had like a strip of letters out in front of me to help figure out, like, maybe it's a skipping pattern. I don't know. It's bugging me. It's legitimately bugging me. I got the answer and I don't get it in the slightest, and it's bugging me. What the? You know, it's probably one of those times where I should just drop this. I'm not going to be able to, but I want to drop. Just no. Oh, it's going to bug me all night. I'm just going to look at this up later. Just forget about it, Airier. Just forget about it.
He saw a set of 10 platforms floating in the air, going into a pedestal with one of the letter keys on it. Krusk stepped onto one platform, and he suddenly teleported 5 platforms ahead.
Oh.
What?
He seemed
That's what he's doing in the background.
Then he took a step back and moved 2 platforms back. Then he took a step forward and went forward again. It seemed like it was a step puzzle. Through some guesswork, he eventually found the correct answer and obtained 2 puzzle keys, one with an I and one with an N on it.
Does it
Boschak
say
tackled
open
another
sesame at the
puzzle.
end?
In this one, he entered, and 2 arms materialized in front of him. One
better.
hand clasped into a
Like
fist
sitting with my
and
legs
placed
crossed.
down on the palm of another. Boschak quickly realized what it was and made the same gesture with his hands.
Oh.
Rock. He hit his hand. The image did the same thing.
Paper, scissors.
Boschak picked rock, and it picked scissors. He won and got 2 puzzle pieces.
Oh, God.
As he came out,
really?
we asked,
Rock, paper,
Bojack, what
scissors.
happened?
A battle of wits.
Then
Well,
Gouda
they're
went to
disarmed.
another door. She tried to open it. It was locked. She knocked. A voice said,
Who's there?
Gouda.
Gouda who?
Gouda time.
You get a key cube.
Don't reward that.
Gouda tries out the other room, but gets
Future me, make sure to cut this out too. You're going to be busy tonight.
She knocked. A voice said,
Who's there?
Gouda.
Gouda who?
Gouda time.
You get a key cube.
Don't reward that.
Do I really... Do I need... I think... Oh, God. How? How is she so punny? I'm not even... I'm definitely not upset about the puns because I might be jealous. Because I'm definitely not. Because that would be silly. And I would never be jealous of someone who can make so many incredibly bad puns constantly. That definitely wouldn't be the case. And I'm not mad about that at all. It's just because she has a name that lends itself so well to puns. I'm not freaking jealous or wish I made my character that way. Yeah, that was a bad pun, and she should feel bad about it. And in no way like she accomplished anything there because I'm not jealous. Yeah, moving on.
Gouda tries out the other room, but gets caught in a trap where she has to dance.
You guys have to help me.
I'm still
Can
walking
she
around
dance?
thinking,
But if she can't dance, is she a friend of mine?
OTTFFSSEE. What does that mean?
You're still on that?
I still
Yeah.
can't figure out why the answer is EE. It's not a grid. I tried converting them to numbers, and it doesn't work. It could be the pointing bits, but that doesn't seem like it matters. There was a room with a set of potions in them.
At least I'm not the only one who's
Krusk was
confused.
tasked with figuring out which one was the antidote, while the rest were poison.
I suppose I could just drink all the bottles at random, Krusk said, starting to down them like an alcoholic.
What?
But after he took a drink, they would automatically refill and shuffle around.
Oh!
Garo, you want to help us out?
I'm muttering to myself.
What you have to do is everyone
If
grabs
O
one and all pours
T
it down
make
his throat.
F, and then T and F makes F, and F somehow makes another S? Gouda's like,
We solved that puzzle. Deal with another one.
fine, I say, grumbling. I walked into another
Still
room.
wondering about the double E.
In this puzzle, there are 6 gems on an anvil. The gems are colored yellow, green, blue, red, purple, and orange.
Oh,
on the
spectrum.
hammer, there's an inscription that reads, "Break the orange crystal." Okay, I say, shrugging. Picking up the hammer, I grab the orange one and raise the hammer, ready to smash it. But then, I stop myself. Wait. I read the inscription again. Break the orange crystal. This is the orange crystal. Is it actually orange, or does it just look orange? It looks orange, but is it actually orange? How would I be able to tell if it's different? Like, orange is what something looks like. Like, am I supposed to combine them or something? Is this some kind of light puzzle?
This
I
is a
always
mind
second
game by
these
being
things.
very simple when you don't expect it, right?
I place several crystals on top of each other. Screw it. I smash the orange crystal with a hammer. There's a flash of light as it's broken, and a keystone appears before me. I leave the room, grumbling to myself. Stupid puzzle room.
Hey, Garo, what happened?
I love that. Just the amount of meta humor in that joke. And I know it's not actually supposed to be a joke. It's more of a design joke. All these other things are complicated. They're puzzles. You got to think them out. There's logic involved. There's something to do with letters that I'm still just a bit annoyed about. And then you get to the smash the orange crystal, and you just smash the crystal, and that's it. And the joke in this is the design is so obscenely simple, you are going to do what Puffin exactly did and overthink it, because everything else required that. And I love this. This is less a joke on his reaction, because honestly I would be in the exact same case and probably more annoyed than him, because I wouldn't think of it for way longer. I just, whoever came up with this encounter and just put that one in there just to screw with people, they have my respect. Also my everlasting hatred, because dear God, I'd be the person who falls for that, but my respect for doing it in the first place. Yep.
I chuck the stone at him. We completed some more puzzles. One involved a snowball fight with tentacles.
What?
Krusk eventually found the antidote after taking a lot of damage, randomly guessing them.
Snow? What?
After dealing with all the rooms, the keystones we had each had a letter on them. ANIROMEDEKINN. We look over the stones. Anime, Amord, Mordred. There's no space here, so this all has to be one word. What word do we know that has 12 letters? Boschak realizes,
Mordenkainen.
What?
as he says that name, they are placed into the lock and open up the inner sanctum, spelling out Mordenkainen. Mordenkainen is a very famous wizard in the multiverse. He's known for being an explorer, traveling between the planes of existence and inventing many of the spells. We also realize that all the other rooms are from other wizards from the Circle of Eight. Autoluke, Rary, Bigby, Tensor, Drawminge, Leomund, Snillock, and Mordenkainen. The Circle of Eight was a group of 8 wizards who had risen to wealth and power, and their names were immortalized in magic and the spells they had created, such as Bigby's hand, Tensor's floating disc, or Leomund's tiny hut. The knock-knock joke was Leomund. The crystals were Drawminge with his summons, the hand was Bigby, and the snowball fight was Snillock. The puzzle double doors just stand there by themselves.
So weird about the
nothing on
snowball
either
fight,
side
but-
to connect to anything. But when you open them, they lead into an entire room, which is this small pocket dimension. Inside, we can feel the warmth from this very luxurious, well-decorated room.
Can
with
they just
plush
stay there? It sounds
carpet,
safer.
cushy armchairs, and windows thrown open, inviting in a fake breeze and looking out into an illusory, idyllic countryside.
Damn.
This place is Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. We enter to see a man on the ground clutching his head, and an elderly gentleman watching over him carefully like a doctor, leaning forward with his head on his cane.
Pleasure. Finally getting a chance to meet you. The elderly man said, We haven't formally introduced ourselves, but I'm Van Richten. And him.
He gestures to the man on the ground.
He's Mordenkainen.
The
Mordenkainen? The crazy man is clutching his head, writhing back and forth. His eyes are bloodshot. The man is muttering to himself,
He's looking for me. Looking for me. The eyes are everywhere. Even the trees, the birds, everything.
Yeah, he shouldn't look at Gouda. He might not like the
one
eyes.
and only, Van Richten said. I was just as surprised as you to see he's here.
We asked,
Also
what's he
insane.
doing here?
Well, in
Van
Wizard,
Richten
insane's
replied,
relative.
I'd love to ask him that myself, but he's out of commission for now. Something about his fight with Strahd a year ago did something to his mind. Broke it. I can fix it with greater restoration.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
convenient.
Mordenkainen cast Mind Blank. It's a spell which makes him impervious to mental magic.
Oh.
He seems to be really, really paranoid and doesn't want anyone rooting around in his head. I have to wait for that to wear off in the next hour, and then hopefully I can get him back to normal.
I finally get a chance to talk to Van Richten without the fake persona. Also, by the way, thanks for helping us with Irina.
No problem, he said. She's just an innocent who was caught up in all this. It's best that we try to keep her as far out of his clutches as we can.
As we're
Not so
talking,
much caught up in it, though,
I get
as
around
dragged
to a
along,
topic
kicking
I
and
knew
screaming.
we had to get to eventually.
Over and over again.
Sorry to be the one to tell you about this, but Esmeralda, your daughter, when we were fighting back at the Abbey of St. Markovia, she was killed and bitten by Strahd.
Van Richten said. He took a moment to process it.
Can't say I didn't expect it. I
Yeah.
thought she might have been safe from my curse. Apparently, I was mistaken.
She died fighting Strahd. A lot of people are alive because of her.
Don't worry, Gouda piped in. We'll save her.
Yes,
Van
What?
Richten smiled at Gouda.
we can still save her soul.
Gouda gave him a thumbs up and big smiles.
Yep, we'll save her. We're on a rescue mission.
Yeah. When he says save her soul, he doesn't mean alive, does he? And Gouda doesn't get that. Yeah. They're definitely talking about different things here. Garo, I'm hoping, gets that. Gouda, I would be very surprised if she did. And Boschak's just in the back going like, so can I eat her if she's still got a body, or does she turn to dust? Do I use her as powder? Oh, crap. Yeah, she probably would think about that. Yeah.
Her soul is still out there, and still worth saving. I have a responsibility to her.
I let him know. Strahd's gonna pay for this.
Yep.
He's gonna pay for a lot of things.
Cash or credit?
We chat for
It
a
won't
bit
be
and
blood
wait.
at this point.
After the time passes, Van Richten uses greater restoration to restore the wizard's mind.
Oh.
We take a step back, giving him some breathing room, and Van Richten finally clears this wizard's head. At first he starts panicking, wondering what's going on. Then
Bunch
his
of random
confusion
people
turns
standing
to
over you with
clarity.
weapons does that.
I'm back, the wizard said. He stood up. Pleasure to be making acquaintance with you. He snapped his fingers and winked. Name's Mordenkainen, fastest spell slinger around. Sparks come out from between his fingers. When he stood up, we could finally get a good look at his clothes he was wearing. The man had a strange accent, and his clothes were odd. Definitely not something we had seen in the Forgotten Realms. Where are you from?
T-shirt?
We asked.
T-shirt and jeans?
Somewhere I reckon you folks wouldn't know. Mordenkainen said, let's just say I ain't from around these parts. I've been traveling all aroundabouts, so I guess you could say I'm a citizen of the worlds.
Okay, now this might just be my own D&D lore ignorance here, but is he just a stand-in for Ed Greenwood? Because at this point, I would kind of expect that. Is he actually? I don't know, but I'm kind of expecting someone in the comments to be like, oh yeah, he's, and then, yeah, just throwing it out there. Yeah, kind of just figured it would be.
He got up over to an alcohol cabinet, poured himself a shot of whiskey. I got one of the worst headaches. Been out of sorts for months, that'll do it to you, I tell you. He downed the glass. Slams the shot down. Mordenkainen picked up his circular cowboy hat off of the rack and put it on his head, cinching up his boots and holstering a wand. Van Richten goes up to him.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Van Richten.
Oh my god, that's something right out of Dresden.
Mordenkainen squints at him.
Might be older than Dresden when I got it from this.
Richten. Oh, I recognize you. I've had a lot of stories from your adventures.
What?
The two legends shake each other's hands. Mordenkainen tips his hat to him. Gouda came over to him with her
Oh god, he
spell
is
out,
dressed
with
like a
big tears
freaking...
in her eyes.
Mr. Mordenkainen, I'm such
Oh
a
my
huge
God.
fan. Would you please sign my spell book?
Mordenkainen grins. Of course, little lady. Mordenkainen pulls a ploofy quill out from thin air. Always happy to sign things for a fan.
Oh my
He quickly
god.
opens the book and jots down a large, curly, flowery signature. He looked over the book. This book's pretty old. The boss's spells are a few rituals. Are you a magic school dropout? She blushes as she snatches the book out of his hands
Oh.
and runs away. Mordenkainen twirls his wrist,
Oh,
and the
that's
quill
bad.
vanishes.
What happened? Van Richten asked. What brings you here?
Well, I came to Barovia to confront Strahd, he said. He was wrestling up some trouble across the multiverse. You know about the Mists of Barovia, right? He can forcibly pull people in this plane. Word was getting round about him as well. I knew it was only a matter of time, so I decided to come here and figure out what was going on.
Oh, I actually was not aware of that. So the mists aren't just him being creative and controlling. They're literally able to go and reach out and steal shit. Specifically people. Why does he need that one guy to bring people in through the cart then? It's probably actually Strahd just screwing with people then.
Once I discovered what the problem is, I rallied up the people and I stormed the castle. I knew he was a powerful spellcaster, but my magic was stronger. I could take a vampire any day of the week.
But
We had a showdown that night, fighting all across that castle, throwing out spell after spell between us. But nothing I did worked on that guy.
oh,
Van Richten raised his eyebrows.
What do you mean?
I was throwing out every one of my most powerful spells, and they were just glancing off of him. I would summon a blade, and it would just pass through the guy like he didn't even feel it. Even radiant attacks. Normally, a vampire's weak to those. It did nothing. Nothing I could do worked on this guy. Mordenkainen looked directly to Van Richten. There's something going sideways about him. He ain't a normal vampire. He thought to
He's a
himself,
boss.
remembering back to the fight he
oh,
had
there's
a
some
year
kind
ago.
of
He
MacGuffin
said
that keeps
under
him
his breath,
alive or something.
It's gotta be that heart.
What?
What heart? His own heart? No, in the castle. I found a beaten heart. It looked like it was giving him power.
Oh, that's creepy.
A regular heart he had? Mordenkainen shook his head. Nah, a massive one. It took like an entire room. It was almost like the castle Ravenloft's own heart.
Oh.
But also something else. Strahd, he's connected to this land. He has control over the land, and it's giving him power. Boschak said,
Well, earlier we had heard about the Amber Temple. There was apparently some powerful magic passed down from ancient times. Casimir, who lived here for hundreds of years, had asked us to go there.
I'm telling you, that's gotta be it. There's something strange going on at this Amber Temple they've been talking about. Got it. If we
So
go to
is
the
he
Amber
gonna be their
Temple,
new party
we
member?
can sort this
That
out.
seems a little overpowered.
Exactly, Mordenkainen said, tipping his hat. But anyways, he leans back in his chair, getting comfortable with a drink. I've been keeping a lowdown here after my fight with Strahd. Unfortunately, I lost my magic staff a while back, so I'm in no shape to go toe-to-toe with this guy. You guys can make yourselves comfortable here. My home is your home.
Ooh, cool.
He gestures out to the place. This is an unscribable manor. Ever heard of Mordenkainen's magnificent manor?
Okay, one. Cool, they got a base of operations that's fully stocked with a bar. I gotta say, as far as things go, yeah, no, that's a pretty sweet dig. In fact, this is a great place to say, hey, Arena, stay here. We'll close the door, lose the key, we're set. There's probably some bullshit Strahd magic you can get in, but yeah, sure, at this point, it's like, hey, you succeeded. Just have him open a door out. You bring Arena with you, you win. At this point, that actually might sound like a good idea. I mean, yeah, Strahd's still a problem, but what are the chances they could actually succeed? I mean, I have a feeling they're going to, but at this point, I also would fully expect them to be like, okay, we've won, but we've also lost. Horribly. Yeah.
It's pretty magnificent if I do say so myself.
Also, what happened to the staff?
Doesn't sound like Strahd knows where this place is yet, so y'all can rest here
Yeah.
safe. Also, by the way, another important question I said. OTTFF.
You're still on this?
Yes, I'm still on it. I haven't gotten off of it. Van Richten goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eh? I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said, oh. The other players realize what the answer is. Garo is shaking his head. Still don't get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
First
6,
letter.
7. What comes next? You take the first letter of each one. 1 is 0, T is 2, etc. Oh. I said, wait, but the answer is EE. 9 is N. Mordenkainen said, the answer is E. She said EE, which the question only cared about the first answer. The second answer doesn't matter. Anyway, As we're talking, we bring up Ismark and Irina and the journey we've been on. Mordenkainen sighs. Oh yeah, such a shame.
Ooh, there's a loop function. I didn't know I could do that. More importantly, that's the answer. That's what it was. I just... Boy. I feel like that's a cop-out, and I'm a little pissed. Especially since she got the wrong answer, but contained part of the right one, and that's all that mattered. I'm legitimately upset about this because I was like racking my brains, like, I don't get it. EE? What would EE be? I don't get it. Oh, because it's not actually the answer. Shit. Goose fraba. Goose fucking fraba.
Shame what happened to that poor girl. She's been through hell and back, that one. I reckon she's waiting for the light at the end of that tunnel.
Who?
Hopefully it's not going to be the train. Wherever she is, I hope she's safe.
Definitely from America.
Yeah, we actually brought Ismark and Irina with us. You want to talk to them? Mordenkainen's face went white as a sheet. His laid-back demeanor suddenly changed, becoming serious. Wait, they're not nearby, are they? I point out, actually, they're right outside. Mordenkainen suddenly had this look of shock and horror. Let me clarify. Did you bring the two people that Strahd's been tracking to wait outside our secret hideout?
Oh,
I say
yeah.
nothing as I realize what he's saying. Mordenkainen gets up quickly. We have to get them inside my unscribable manor, and quick, or else Strahd will find out where we are.
Too late.
Boschak uses his familiar to go outside to check on them. But the DM informs him, you're not going to like what you see. Outside of the ruins, who do we see but Strahd von Zarovich, with a flood of servants scouring the area. All of your werewolf companions are kneeling down before them. Gouda said,
Don't worry, it's going to be fine. He's probably not mad at the werewolves.
The DM informs us that they're lined up, just like a firing squad.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I just need a second to comprehend the level of, oh, fuck, no. Because this is legitimately multiple levels of it. I am terrified and impressed about this. They didn't just fuck up by, revealing the lair of the person who can actually challenge Strahd. It might be useful in a fight once they get rid of the MacGuffin. But they got rid of a safe place they could hide. They basically set up their entire ally base, which they were building to die horribly. And, of course, they fucked up even more. Because now he's probably not going to work with them because, they literally fucked up his shit. Maybe he can make a new portal to it. I don't know. But God damn.
And I suddenly have flashbacks to the church.
Yeah.
Mordenkainen was suddenly furious. You brought them right here to my hideout? This is why I went into hiding a year ago, so this kind of thing didn't happen.
Didn't work too long.
I don't have my magic staff yet. I can't fight this guy. As he says that, I realize that it wasn't just Irina Strahd had been tracking. He was also after the famed Van Richten and the wizard who had escaped his grasp on that cold night many moons ago.
And now you know why.
Inside of our room, the vase vanishes. Then the curtain starts changing color and fading away.
What?
The furniture in the room starts popping out of existence. What's going on? The sanctum's being dispelled, Mordenkainen said.
You can do that?
We're being forcibly pulled out of this demiplane. Be ready for anything.
You can do that?
We appear out of hiding, all of us popping back into the ruins. That was where that session ended.
I thought it was bad enough that they literally just screwed over their allies, gave up Arena for easy measures, and, fucked over the freaking wizard, which is usually in general a very bad thing to do. And I thought that was bad enough. I thought they would be kind of satisfied with that level of bad. No. Apparently, they're skipping all the way to forcibly dispelling a plane to force them to come up. And it's like, hey, you were wondering earlier in the episode, And like he legitimately said, why Strahd didn't just kill them. And I was like, oh, because he's dicking around with you. No, apparently it's because they're bait. And the trap is officially sprung and they're used up. So yeah, Strahd looks like he has everybody he wanted to catch and or kill. Or more likely dick with forever, because that's kind of seems to be his thing. Yeah. This be bad shit. Just a bit. Yeah. So, as far as ending cliffhangers go, it's like, this is a super happy episode. There's a lot of fun stuff. I like the humor. I like the puzzles. And then the shit just started lining up at the end. It hasn't even hit the fan yet. But you can tell there's like a mountain in the background. And you realize, oh, wow, what's up there? And you realize, no, that's not a mountain. That's just the incoming shit. And you just got your tiny little hand fan. And it's like, well, this is going to hurt. Yeah, it's that situation. If Puffin wanted to really just show us, hey, shit's gone bad, he succeeded. I'm actually a little terrified to see what happens next, because this was such a good setup episode. Not just because it had that oh shit moment at the end, but because Puffin actually used a lot of humor and the stupid puns to really add levity to the episode. It wasn't forced, because the humor in the pun isn't actually the pun itself. It's in that groan reaction you have on just how bad it is. And at every step of the way, it feels so just out of place, but not forced, because the character doing it is so irreverent that you get it and it makes sense. And it puts you into a false sense of security that, hey, maybe we have a chance. And then Strahd has all your enemies or allies lined up while his enemies are swarming the place, and, you know, you're being dispelled from a minor plane of existence with your only allies, who are probably going to be dead soon because you fucked up. Yeah. Shit, fan. I mentioned already, it's still accurate. So if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit up, because this story is actually really well done. I love how Puffin Force is narrating it, and just little bits of art he's throwing in are really engaging. Specifically, the wizard and the vampire hunter are meeting each other, and it's got like little fist bump. I can't tell if that's just because he didn't want to draw hands or not, but I actually just take it as a fist bump, and it makes it just really funny to me. Yes, I find fist bumps funny. It's a thing. Okay, it is a little weird. I'll realize that, but I'll just roll with it because it's me, and I'm weird. So yeah, it's the thing. And again, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one when we get to figure out just how bad Puffin and the rest of his crew fucked up. The answer is definitely yes. How much of a yes, I don't know yet, but it's probably going to be very much yes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.